Well, no trip to the Northwest would be complete without a little rain, and we've got a lot of rain falling right now at Lumen Field in downtown Seattle.
Today, we've got a Week 13 matchup for you here
between the Washington Commanders
and the Seattle Seahawks. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. A little jet sweep to start the drive. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
And that's something you have to get ready for defensively, because in today's NFL, teams will use their wide receivers on jet sweeps, end arounds. They'll move them back in the backfield to make them running backs. Partner, this was much more of a tap pass, but effective nonetheless.
And I think both guys love it. If you're a quarterback, it's an easy completion. If you're a wide receiver, you get the easy reception and also a chance to try to make a play with your feet.
A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run. All right, Charles, let me put you in the head of one of those defenders out there. You have a big play like that go against you so early. What, does that shake your confidence?
It shouldn't, but it often does, because your thought process all during the week is how you're going to get after that offense and make your plays. And when they make one against you, it makes you a little bit hesitant.
Time to regroup. From the 17, Murray.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted.
Taylor Rapp with a pick.
And the Commanders are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line.
Well, it's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions. Can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
And he's got some space here. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
Just a terrific run there, Charles, from a running back who is so compact and powerful, and that strength was on display there.
Yeah, and this could be a sign of what this defense is in for, because you know all week long the coaches were preaching to the defense, you've got to be able to wrap up against a back like him or he can make you pay. Technique, technique, technique.
Boy, nowhere to go at all on that first down run as they will get to him behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, this defense for the Seahawks, they were very strong in the win last week over the Giants.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
Here's a run with Akers on second down.
And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. 8 yards there on the carry, and now they're left with a much more manageable 3rd and 3.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And some space here. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It was 3rd and short, and they go flying past the marker for a gain of nearly 30 yards.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds it for the first down.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
They'll go with Akers here up the middle.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Now it's Wilson. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest, where the guy with that type of speed You do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they run successful.
7th play in this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Wilson. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Different pass rushes are designed for different things. Sometimes you want to keep the quarterback in the pocket. Sometimes you want him to flush. I don't know exactly how this one was designed, but they made sure they moved him to his right. He got out of the pocket. Unfortunately for him, he was hit as he tried to throw the ball, and that resulted in an incompletion.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach turned his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
The Seahawks had a woeful 2-9 on the year. And they were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They got the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line.
Still 15 yards to go. 2nd down.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long.
On 2nd down, a run with Hall.
Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet.
And it looks like, yes, the Commanders have it.
The start of this game has me doing flashbacks and remembering when I was playing and seeing a similar start. And seeing the head coach actually take a timeout and gather the whole team around him and tell him everybody to get it together. Let's get some focus going here, because maybe he just sensed that maybe the whole team wasn't ready to play.
Yeah, well, they've gone interception, now fumble. Following the fumble recovery, it's Wilson.
He'll air this one out for Boyd.
And incomplete on the deep ball.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
A give up the middle to Akers.
He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing incompletion on 1st down, then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on third down. Play action. It's Wilson. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Demario Davis.
And the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football.
They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way. The head coach turned to the offensive coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5. They'll give to Hall.
Room here to run.
And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22. 40 yards rushing for him now. He's only carried the ball 4 times.
Now that's how you start to get back in the good graces of your head coach. Remember, he fumbled on the last possession. How about the faith they showed him, giving him the ball again, and he repaid him, picking up a first down.
On first down, right back to Hall.
And he is in for the Seattle touchdown.
His 8th rushing touchdown, his 12th overall. And the Seahawks have taken the lead.
A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to think about it, but maybe they get to it in a little bit different way because after you throw an interception, you want to make sure you keep your quarterback's confidence high. So maybe you give him a couple easy throws that he can complete and then get to the running game and try and get things settled down.
Yeah, and still in the first half here, a long way to go. On the counter, this is Akers.
And he's taken down. It's a gain of 3 from the 17 to the 20.
But obviously they would have at least liked to have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage. Instead now, they're dealing with 2nd and long.
I thought they would have passed it after the penalty. Probably wish they would have now.
2nd and 15.
Play action. Now Wilson. And his throw here's incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one
For
away.
Washington on third down.
Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15. Now it's Wilson. Airing one out for Boyd.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Nate Hobbs. And the Commanders are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. Throwing on first down is Murray. Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Alex Singleton. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football.
They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and creating big plays.
They're watching the film, and it's working. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up second and 10. They'll run a draw now with Akers. And he's going to get this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Seahawks 23. 44 yards on the ground for him so far.
I thought that was a good call. Passing situation on second down. They hit him with a draw instead and pick up nice yardage.
Yeah, because the draw, they're thinking pass when they see that initially defensively, right?
But you know, in today's NFL, most of the time on second and long, when it's a passing situation, pass rushers are on the field and they're only thinking one thing, get to the quarterback. And oftentimes you can bypass them with a running play.
They'll try and run for this with Akers. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. And, Charles, you look at this offense, their struggles moving the ball well documented. Dead last in the NFL in first downs, but signs of life there.
Yeah, and you and I do, I think, a really good job of respecting the game and respecting the teams. But this squad, they're in a position now where their fan base gets excited when they pick up a first down. They cheer almost like they picked up a touchdown.
And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a second and 3.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Going right back to Akers. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. To throw is Wilson. And he's just going to be short here, barely, maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
That looked great when he first took off, because in my mind, there was room to run, and he had the marker in his sight. But I certainly didn't expect him to close so quickly, and neither did he. They got to him just in time, and now that forced him to make a decision with his 4th down call.
Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts.
They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Now Justin Tucker's out to try the field goal. From the left hash, a chip shot here. Tucker's kick is good, and they'll get it back within a point at 7-6.
So they get the turnover in plus territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get 3 out of that.
Yeah, we were able to see an offense and a defense kind of mix and match with each other, didn't we? Both of them trying to make sure that they have the upper hand and the advantage. Offense trying to get to the end zone. Defense, of course, trying to hold them to a field goal attempt. And it wasn't a guaranteed lock 3 from where they started. So, you know, the offense has to be happy to come away with those 3 points.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Play fake. Murray. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
One thing that offensive guys stress when they throw the deep ball, you're just counting on your receiver to find it, adjust before the defensive back can get his head around. In this case, though, the DB matched it move for move and knocked it away.
That'll be a 43-yard punt, but a net of just 33 following a 10-yard return.
And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
On 3rd down, Wilson being chased out left.
That's into the hands of Akers, complete.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
The Commanders going to use the second of their timeouts,
as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half.
Let's go now, let's go now, let's go now. H3-2-18, chopper.
Now Wilson on 1st down. Gonna let one fly for Robinson.
And intercepted. Wilson's 3rd of the game. Picked off by Nate Hobbs.
Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he...
Oh, they've intercepted Murray for the 3rd time.
Taylor Rapp with a pick.
Certainly feels like the classic second guess, but let's be honest about it. They had a chance going to halftime with the lead. Why did they take a chance with a throw there? I don't understand that.
Well, that's what I'm wondering. And now this defense has to try to protect that lead going into the locker room.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
After the interception, here's Wilson. Touchdown! Travis Kelce with career touchdown number 70.
And the Commanders will take the lead here in the final minute of the 1st half. That could be an important swing right there. Touchdown in the final minute of the half to take the lead.
And I like the point you just made there. Could be an important swing because now that they have the lead, if they can carry that into the locker room at the half, they'll feel really good about what they accomplished in the first 2 quarters.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Taking it about the 1. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get in the field goal range.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. To throw, it's Murray. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
To try again after the sack. Murray, that's caught by Myers.
And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 33.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try to pick up another first down.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Here's Murray. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Seahawks have tied the ball game with a chance to take the lead into the locker room. Extra point try good by Gano. And that will give him the lead here as we get on towards halftime.
Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything.
A nice run on first down gets him 6 yards to the 31. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout.
Set, ready.
Final play of the half. It's Wilson.
He'll air this one out for Boyd.
That's caught inside the 20. So we are at halftime here in downtown Seattle with the Seahawks out in front. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. But Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy. This defense has passed its first 2 tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know there's probably another throw coming on third down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on a blitz.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he was fortunate on that one not to have another turnover on his ledger.
33 yards is the distance on the punt there, and it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. 1st down, Murray.
The pass is caught by Cade Otton.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
From Commanders territory now, it's 1st and 10.
Down at the 31.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall.
He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
They fake the handoff. Now Murray. Throwing left side, it's complete.
And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this.
So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's 1st and goal. Throwing now is Murray. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'm guaranteeing he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
They've been in the red zone 3 times in this game and have not scored a single point. Can they break through here on 2nd and goal?
They'll look to run with Hall.
And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. This Washington defense, they've stood tall the first 2 plays. Now 3rd and goal.
Hall again.
This defense not budging. Back-to-back carries of just 2 yards. Defense didn't budge on 3rd down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what, right?
Yeah.
This is an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
Now on 4th down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt.
And Washington is able to come up with a goal line stand. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments.
Let's go,
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now Wilson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Well, no one wants to see that drop, but I guarantee it's not going to stop his quarterback from going back to him anytime he has open space.
They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. Here's Wilson to throw.
Pass complete. George Pickens with it. And he's going to have a Commander's 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
So that last play gives him a little more space now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
On the give, this is Akers.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Now Wilson. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable. And that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. That his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off Byron Jones.
And the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football.
Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost like they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
Give them credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
Out of the gun, they run it with Hall. And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line. 90 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. They'll go again with Hall.
Even with that broken tackle, he'll be brought down short of the 15.
Andrew Van Ginkel there on the stop.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Shotgun now for Murray. That is caught inside the 5.
And the Seahawks are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
To throw is Murray. The quick slant caught. He'll get only 2 there, and it's 2nd and goal.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
2nd down and goal. Murray, touchdown, Seahawks. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon as his guys are able to extend their lead. Gano the extra point, and the lead is up to 8. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Here comes another drive from this unit, and Charles, they're coming off a costly mistake on the last possession, an interception in a game that is very close right now.
Well, as we know, they all sting no matter what the situation, but in a one-possession game, that'll hurt a little bit more. But this is an excellent opportunity to make up for it on this drive. I just don't expect them to try and take huge gambles to make up that momentum in a hurry.
We sit in quarter number 3 out in Seattle, a 2nd and 10 now.
They go play action now. Wilson.
Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
This is caught. It's Boyd.
And he's going to have a Commander's 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I think everyone in the stadium saw that big hit coming.
And I, as a former defensive back, have to admit I'm a little disappointed. He actually was able to hold on to the ball. He brought the lumber on that play. Give my man a whole lot of credit for taking.
That's caught at the 25.
And they're going to move it down to inside the 25.
I think this defense was still trying to recover from that last play, so you wonder if they were ready for this one. You have to imagine their defensive coaches are yelling at them to get focused, because if they don't, more plays like that will result in giving up points.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
At this point in the game and the situation they're in, partner, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps, and soon.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Throwing again here, Wilson. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
That play call wasn't there for them against that coverage. So they're going to spin the dial now in their playbook and come up with one more shot at the marker to try and keep this series going.
This will probably be the last play of the quarter.
On 3rd down, here's a run by Akers.
And they'll get to him short of the first down at about the 16. 3 quarters in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. A 33-yarder from the left hash. Tucker's kick is good, and that'll get the lead down to 5. So an interesting call there to take the 3. I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, 4th quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the end.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of... and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet.
So that challenge not successful there, and that's going to cost him the first of his timeouts. Meanwhile, Murray's throw there complete to Myers.
And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. A gain there of 21 yards. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Hall on a give up the middle. 97 yards rushing for him here as he starts to draw closer to a 1,000-yard campaign.
Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line. Here's a throw out wide complete to his running back right side.
And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. Back to the ground with Hall.
And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Now Murray. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart.
And the Commanders are right back in this football game.
A seismic shift in momentum here in the 4th quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call in that situation. Sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance.
And he'll get this up just shy of the 30.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
Here we go.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
They'll go again here with Akers. And he'll earn a couple of tough yards past the 30 to the 31.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. And the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. To throw is Wilson. It's Kelsey on the ground. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of 2 on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts.
It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
Going across the formation, there's Otten with it.
And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
They'll run with Hall.
And a little bit of space there takes it inside the 5 to the 3. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
Oh, Brandon, I'm going to tell you, this is football time to me. They're inside the 10-yard line. That's like drawing the line in the sand. Who's going to make the stand here? Defensive guys, they know if he gets in the end zone, this ball game is over. And the guys with the football right now, they're thinking, let's just pound it in there.
Gotta hold him to 3 to keep this a 1-score game.
They'll try again. Pushing for the end zone, but he's not going to get there. They stop him just shy of the goal line.
Call it a gain of a couple. The defense stiffening here. It's 3rd and goal.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. They go with a shuffle pass, and it's complete. Touchdown!
Cade Otten.
His first touchdown on the year.
And the Seahawks are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead.
Extra point try good by Gano. And it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
Fields it right around the goal line. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, Charles, you remember their last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it, but you understand why they did in this close game late. Now, though, the road back is even tougher.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And it was fair to look back and say the 4th down was the moment where this one was decided. But as you mentioned, understandable about why they went for it. But, hey, a lot of credit to the guys on the defensive side of the ball. They knew they'd have to defend in that situation, and they got it done.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Trying to go for the big one there on 2nd down. Now they're likely down to the final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a 1st down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
Fourth down. Here's Wilson. And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
And the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football. Well, there's 2 sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for him. That's tough. But, man, this defense, they have been ball hawking and impressive. But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling this much at this stage of the game, do you maybe try to get him out?
I would think about it, and I think about it awfully hard, but also you might want to look into his eyes, see what he has. He might be one of those players that you don't want to affect his confidence by actually pulling him out of the game. So you have to know your player, you have to know the situation.
They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
He had to fight for every yard on that run, shook himself free of a tackle, and kept fighting, even with the rest of the defense closing in on him. That's the kind of effort you'll take every single time.
Murray now. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
And he missed it. It's no good. And this will stay a 12-point game.
Wow, that qualifies as a bad miss because anything inside of 40 should be automatic. That's a big mistake right there.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the...
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked by Kevin Byard. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle.
Breece Hall, his 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter.
Gano the extra point, and that will make this a 19-point game. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
Taking it about the 1. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak. Akers hit, he coughs it up.
And the Seahawks have picked it up. And he will bring this down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Herb Smith Jr., his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Oh, I was just about to say he had missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. But they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. Now it's Wilson. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And the Seahawks come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game